maybe I shouldn't have said that, because as soon as it was 18 weeks and 5 days, I woke up that morning and was in pain. And I think that was on a Sunday. I woke up after hanging out with my husband, going to Coney Island, walking around on the beach. That was on a Saturday. I walked around, woke up on the Sunday, and started feeling pains, but it wasn't as bad. So throughout the day, I was feeling pains, feeling contractions. Um, Later that night, I ended up going to wash my hair, and I got out of the shower, and then the pain just hit me. I was having contractions at basically 18 weeks and 5 days. So that wasn't good at all. Um, every 5 minutes I was having contractions. I ended up going into the hospital, into the emergency room, labor and delivery, which is not that far from my house, maybe 10 minutes at the most. Went in, um, they saw me, they said I had a fiber that was basically pushing on something in there, whether the baby or something it was pushing on, and that was causing most of the pain and the contractions. They checked to see if I was diluted, and I wasn't. Um, and stayed there for a few hours, and that was on the Sunday night. And they released me after they actually hooked me up to some IV and gave me some IV fluids. Went home that Sunday night. Monday, the pain continued. Throughout the day, I said, you know what, let me go back to the hospital Monday night. And I went back to the hospital Monday night. The pains just continue nonstop through Monday. They end up admitting me and keeping me there. um, Tuesday, I was in the hospital. I had an ultrasound and a cervical length check. They checked my length, and they saw that from the week before that my length was getting shorter, but not too short. I mean, not as too short, shorter than the normal average. So they said, okay. I was there for 4 days. They released me. They gave me some IV fluids, some medication to help with the contraction, so the contraction could stop, and some pain killers or pain pills. And everything was fine. I went home with the pain medication, codeine. They said it was safe for the baby, it would be okay. I know I was gaining a lot of weight, but with that um, prescription, I actually end up losing, I would say, 7 pounds within 4 to 5 days. I was throwing up, couldn't keep anything down with this medication. It was either take the pain or, and not take the medication, or take the medication and not eat. So I had to choose between the medication and food. And the way I was feeling, at some point, I ended up taking the medication. So after a couple days on that, I decided to, you know what, let me get off this, let me get something else. And I took Tylenol Extra Strength, which actually helped me a lot. On my 20-week checkup, just to check my cervical length, which was last Tuesday, I went in, and it was a normal cervical check length until they told me, oh, your cervical length is really, really short, and they were going to admit me into the hospital, because that means I can have the baby at any moment, which was very scary. And thinking about having a child at 20 weeks, I was nervous, was crying, was praying. It was just a lot of different things was going through my head. I ended up staying there from that Tuesday on to Thursday, where my doctor discussed putting in a cervical a cerclage in my cervix to stitch it up, where that can help to actually hold the baby, or to at least carry the baby where it's viable. And they put it in on Thursday, which is 31st, and that's what I've been going through. Hell. Other than that, I've lost 7 pounds. My eating habit is not the same anymore. I eat very small. My simplest things fill me up. I don't know why. It's not like I'm trying not to eat. I want to eat, obviously, but I don't know what's wrong. We did do an ultrasound, and I do have a few pictures, or ultrasound pictures, of the baby. And also they did reveal to me what I was having. So, I don't know if you can see. This is the baby, and actually the baby, I don't know if you can see it, was curled up sucking the baby. They were sucking his toe. So basically, the baby was sucking his toe. I couldn't believe it when I found out that the baby was sucking his toe. And here is the gender. I don't know if you can see it, but I hope you can. And I'm having a girl. I kind of knew I was having a girl because, as I said, this pregnancy is through IVF. I do have a son. He's 17 years old, and this is my second child. And I think throughout the whole IVF process, I prayed a lot. And I just knew that I would have a girl. I actually started shopping before I even found out I was having a girl. Started buying up a lot of stuff and girl stuff. So that's how confident I actually was. So when they told me I was having a girl before, you know, like, I wasn't surprised. And I know they also told me, you know, when I was like 18 weeks, or I'm sorry, 16 weeks, that I was having a girl. And they said they weren't 100% sure, but I actually knew that I was having a girl. So call it intuition, fate. I just know God would bless me with a little girl. And anyway, so I did go shop. I did actually went to the doctor today for another ultrasound to see how the baby was, and just to check my cervix again, because they did the cerclage where they stitched the uterus. I'm sorry, not the uterus, the cervix. And just to see if that was good, and that was perfectly, that was in. And they just took a little pictures of the baby, and she was balled up. Let me try to give you another good shot of her. And this is her at 21 weeks. Okay. I am going to do a belly shot, and as I said, I have lost a few pounds since actually 19 weeks. So I'm not as big as I were before, but I'm still pregnant with a little stomach. And this is actually what I wore today, the shirt, and this is like a regular large shirt. I'm not wearing any maternity clothes as yet. And it just has a bow. And this is the front at 21 weeks. Side. And that's it. I do feel her kick a lot. Sometimes hard, like sometimes more than some, like where she kicks me harder than some days, but she's very active, especially after I eat. But that was it. Today, after I left the doctor's office, I actually came home with my husband, and then actually went out again. Went to a few places, Marshall's and TJ Maxx, and got a few things. And I'm going to start off with a couple of my favorite things that I did get. As I said, these things are just from today only, but I've gotten so many things like from months ago, and they're all girls. And I was like, I kept the receipt just in case that it was a boy, that I could return them or exchange them. But I kind of had really strong faith, and I really believe that God's going to bless me with a little girl. And this is the first. It's Carter's, and this is 12 months. And it has the little cardigan right here. And I got it from TJ Maxx for $16.99. This is a dress, and that's for 12 months. This is another cardigan, top with a dress, and it's also $16.99 from TJ Maxx. This is a cute outfit. I mean, I know I'm the mom, I'm not the aunt, but I like the top and the jeans, and I just feel like, let me just get it. And this was $7.699. So very cute onesie with a jeans outfit. I have another set. This is from Marshall's, and this is not Carter's. This is a baby girl, and it's a Premier Ballerina, and this is